Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel today, and today I really want to do an in-depth type of step-by-step routine of a full coverage foundation routine. And this is the type of routine that I tend to do on an everyday basis, especially for work. And I'm going to incorporate some skincare and a foundation that I have been loving and has been working really well for me. So yeah, this is going to be my full coverage flawless foundation routine. Just to give you a little tidbit, I do have oily skin. I am oily everywhere. This is my bare face. This is what we're working with today, and we're gonna cover it up pretty much. So let's just get started. So first things first, I'm going to pull back this hair. That is the one thing I cannot do, is have like hair all over my face while I'm doing my makeup. It just has to be back. So first thing that I love to do in the morning, especially when I'm getting ready for work, is do a little bit of a toner just to kind of start off with a nice, clean, fresh face. I tend to wash my face every night before I go to bed, so I typically don't wash my face in the morning, so I'll go in with a regular toner. And the one that I'm using today, and the one I use pretty much on an everyday basis, is the Thomas Roth Un-Wrinkle Turbo Line Smoothing Toning Lotion, and this is what it looks like. You can get this at Sephora, and it does a bunch of stuff. It has peptides in it, it's alcohol-free, oil-free for all skin types. So yeah, this is one of my favorite toners at the moment. And I just pretty much just pop this on a cotton round, and I will work that in everywhere just to kind of get the dead skin off, or, you know, just to kind of like get off any remnants I have of the moisturizer that I had put on the night before. And this is just pretty much will smooth everything out and prep the skin for moisturizer. So I really wanted to incorporate skincare into this video because I feel like skincare is just so important, especially when you're dealing with full coverage types of products. So the first product that I'm going to be popping on my skin before I even touch my foundation is the Lancome Genifique. I guess you would call it, it's a youth activating concentrate. I am utterly obsessed with this product. It has a dropper, if you could see right here, and when you physically close it, you actually feel the product being sucked up into the like applicator, I guess you would say. So what you're seeing here is exactly how much you're going to put on your face. So that is all I'm going to be putting on. Of course, you want to have a nice clean hands. I'm going to work that in, and I'm going to press this into my skin. Pressing it into your skin is really going to make the product sink in deeper into the skin, and I find that this is just more effective. And literally, I'm just pressing it in. So the next step I'm going to do is a regular moisturizer. Sometimes I will go in with another serum if my skin is really dry. Like, I'm oily but I'm dry at the same time. I know I'm not combo. I don't know, my skin is like really weird sometimes. But for today, I'm going to be doing the Dr.Dennis Gross Hyaluronic Moisture Cushion, which looks like this. I talked about this once or twice on my channel, and it is a really good gel type of moisturizer, perfect for oily skin. It definitely makes my skin a lot less oily, and to help combat some of the dry patches. I don't know, I can't describe my skin sometimes. So I'm basically just putting that everywhere. So the very last step in the skincare process is eye cream, because when I'm dealing with a full coverage foundation, I really love to go in with a really good coverage concealer. And underneath everything, I'm going to be using the Caudalie Resveratrol Lip Balm Eye Cream, my gel, which basically looks like this. Caudalie is an amazing brand that doesn't have a lot of chemicals in it. It all has grapeseed oil in it. And I'm just going to be patting this on underneath my eyes. My eyes suffer from very bad dark circles. I really don't have a problem with puffiness. And this eye cream, you can put 360 degrees around the orbital bone, and it just adds a little bit of lift. It adds like denseness to the eye. Your skin under here is so thin, so you really want to be nice and gentle with it. So that is what I do. Now, typically what I like to do is put all my skincare on first and then get dressed for work and then come back. But let's just pretend that we had this skincare on for a while, so let's just move on. So first, I'm going to be actually doing 2 separate primers for this step, especially if I know I'm going to be out all day at work and then maybe going out after work. So I like to personally go in with 2 separate primers, and one of my favorites, especially for hiding my pores, is hence the name Pores No More by Dr.Brandt. And this is really, really similar to the Smashbox Pore Minimizer Primer, the Professional by Benefit, the Smoothing Primer by Makeup Forever. But Dr. Brandt is more of a skincare brand, so there are some skincare benefits in here too. And I'm basically just popping this. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit more actually. I'm just kind of popping this all over. It really makes for a nice smooth canvas in preparation for my foundation. And next I'm going in with the Smashbox Primer Water, which looks like this. This is alcohol-free, fragrance-free, and oil-free? Silicone-free, I'm sorry. This is literally magic in a bottle. I don't know what there is in here, but just for some reason this makes my foundation stick on so much better. So I'm just going to be pretty much just spritzing this on my face. And it has a very fine mist to it, and it kind of just like dries immediately, and it's perfect. I even sometimes too will spritz this on during work hours, and it just adds like a little bit of like pick me up to my day. So that is that. So for my foundation today, full coverage, perfect for combo oily skin. Even if you're very dry, you can definitely wear this also. This is the Nars All Day Luminous Foundation, which looks like this. And yes, mine is dirty, and my cap kind of got weird or wonky because it sat out right by my window. So yes, it's dirty. Let's just excuse that. It's a very liquidy foundation, and you do want to make sure you're shaking the bottle before every application. Just so ensure that it's not going to like separate. And I'm in the shade Santa Fe Medium 2 in case you guys are curious. And I'm going to be using this with the BH Cosmetics like flat top kabuki brush. So pretty much I'm just going to pop some on the back of my hand. I usually do about 2 pumps, and I'm just going to pop some on my brush just like this. I like to start off in the center of the face first, kind of like get the product onto the face and then blend it out from there. I like to do some stipple motions before I do any sort of blending, just to kind of evenly distribute the product. And then from there, I will just pretty much blend it out. And I really hope the camera is picking up how beautiful this foundation is. I really hope so, because I always get worried that my lighting washes everything out, because I have 2 ginormous like big umbrella lights like right in front of me. So I really hope the camera is picking up how amazing this foundation is. But it just adds a really nice softness, smoothness to the skin. I find that it's a beautiful light consistency where it doesn't look overly too cakey, overly too powdery. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a mask. Like I know like the Kat Von D Lock-It Tattoo Coverage Foundation can sometimes look like that because of how thick the consistency is. But this definitely does not do that. So I'm just pretty much just like buffing it in. And I will pretty much do bring it down my neck also. And I don't know what's going on over here, so we'll just excuse that. Next, I will go in with my concealer, and well, actually I lied. I'm going to go in with a corrector first and then a concealer. Again, this is what I typically do on an everyday basis. If you don't really have as bad as dark circles like I do, you could totally skip this step and move on to your regular concealer. But for really good coverage, I like using both. So the only drugstore product that I have in this video is the NYX Dark Circle Corrector Concealer. Well, Concealer Corrector in the shade Medium. Bobbi Brown has really similar ones to these. I always use to the Benefit Erase Paste, but this is just the one I happen to grab, and it's been working out really well for me. And this, you are correcting the problem first. So me, myself, I have a lot of blue and purple undertones. Like, you can even see the difference. Like, this has it, this doesn't. Like, big difference. So that is why I like to do this first. And I typically just use my ring finger just to kind of pat it on. Because remember, like I said before, when you're patting on the product, you're not losing the coverage. If you were to swipe it, you're being counterproductive. So that's why I like to use my ring finger for this step. I like to add even more brightness, and for this I'm going to be going in with the Naked Skin by Urban Decay Ultimate Coverage Concealer. Super lightweight, but it's full coverage. And what's really, really nice, which is my selling point to my clients, it's flat on both sides. So you could see here it's flat. So I like to say that one side is good for one eye, one side is good for the other eye. That way you're not overusing the product. Typically what I like to do is just scrape off some of the excess, because typically if you're going in with a lot of concealer, you don't want to add so much of the product. So I like to start off little by little. And literally all I'm going to do is just kind of draw a line like that and bring it all the way up. I really like doing this triangle motion because I just find that it adds an illusion of a brighter eye. Because if you were to go typically just like this, you're not really doing anything. A little bit down the center of the nose, a little bit on the forehead. Sometimes I'll do this, sometimes I won't. But just to keep the balance throughout the whole entire face, to keep dimension before any sort of contouring happens, this is what I typically do. Again, and for blending, I'm going to be doing the Sigma Soft Blend Concealer F64 brush. This again is like my baby. I love this brush so much. I like to start off on my chin area, kind of do a little, you know, patting again and some swiping, and my forehead area, and my nose, my eyes, patting once again. I'm going to bring that all the way up. So once I feel like I have this going on, I'll sometimes even go in with my finger. The warmth of your finger makes cream products so much easier to blend. And just to avoid any harsh lines, I like to even like flick my finger upward a little bit. And look how nice and bright we are. Now what I will do after this is set everything, and the powders that I feel have been working really, really well for my skin tone, and just in general, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contouring Kit. And mine is like mega dirty. It's been getting a lot of love. These, I've had this probably for over a year now, and it gets a lot of love. And for this, I'm going to be using the Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. Love this brush. It is the perfect size for this area here. And to set everything before, again, contouring and bronzing happens, I'm going to be using these two shades here. One is more of a yellow and one's more of like a pink. So personally, I like mixing them both. And I'll just pretty much will go back and forth to get all the product on there. I'm just going to tap off the excess. And I'm going to do patting motions once again. You could start seeing a trend here that I love to pat everything in before I swipe. Sometimes I know if I'm like in like a rush when I'm getting ready for work, if I start to swipe, it wears away much, much quicker. So that's why I like to do more of the patting motion. So for this, just really super quickly, Pro Sephora brush, Airbrush number 55 with, I'm going to be using this shade here. And literally, if I'm rushing, this is what I'll do. I'll just go in with this brush and kind of just pop it on, like, kind of sloppily. Because this brush is just, like, perfect to be, like, really messy with. With bronzer, I know that some clients are a little bit confused with bronzer and contouring. Bronzer, you want to add warmth back into your skin. I'm totally out of focus. There we go. Contouring, you're adding dimension and definition back into the skin. So what I'm doing right now, I'm adding warmth. I don't want my face to be one dimension. I don't want to look flat, especially in pictures. So this is why this step I feel is kind of important when you're, you know, doing your full face. So that is pretty much what I'll do, and whatever is left on my brush, I'll just bring down my neck just so we're more cohesive. You definitely don't have to do that, but that's what I like to do. Let's just pop on a little bit of blush. Benefit Rockateur brush with Sigma F40, because I feel like I can't leave, like I feel naked without blush. Is that just me? I don't know, I think that's just me. I really do feel naked without blush though. That's pretty much it. That is my flawless foundation routine. I feel like I don't feel cakey. I don't feel any sort of powdery whatsoever. It is up to you if you want to set everything with the powder. But for this, I'm going to skip powder and go in again with the primer water by Smashbox. This I typically will do again just to lock everything into place. I definitely do use this a lot on my brides at work, so if it's anything that I recommend in this video, it's this guy right here. So that is pretty much it. I am probably going to finish off the rest of my makeup and continue filming for the rest of the day. So that is my flawless foundation routine. I really hope you guys enjoy. And again, this is typically what I do on an everyday work basis, whether I am, you know, having an opening shift, mid-shift, closing shift. These are the products that I just are tried and true to my skin. So let me know in the comments down below if you like this sort of video, and let me know too what are some of your favorite products to use for a flawless foundation routine. And definitely give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, of course, and it would definitely make my day. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I am almost at 200 subscribers. I would make my day if we can get up to that, hopefully one day. So yeah, that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in my next video. Have a great day, guys. Bye.